Hello everyone, it's Shivani again from Soothe Jewels. I am a licensed clinical social worker and I am coming to you today for Mommy Talk Mondays, but it doesn't matter what day you're watching, just you can watch. So today's topic is coping with the third trimester concerns, okay? So I'm just gonna hop right into it, okay? And if you are in maybe your second trimester or your first trimester, or you know people and that's the first or the second trimester, please look at the previous videos. I have a video on the top concerns for the first trimester, top concerns for the second, and this is the top concerns for the third. So check those out and please subscribe. So getting right into it. One of the first concerns, or one of the concerns of the third trimester is, can you guess? Stretch marks. That is a huge concern because pre-pregnancy, most women may have a stretch mark here or there, but most likely won't have too many stretch marks on their belly or just other places they may come. So stretch marks is when the elastic under your skin starts to break, so it creates these little lines and ripples on your skin that you can visibly see. Depending on your skin color, whether you're darker skin or lighter tone, they will look different. So if you're lighter tone, they may look more of like a reddish tone. If you're darker tone, they may look more of like a lighter tone. Okay, so it can be concerning because, you know, the first trimester you're not gaining that much weight. The second trimester it's climbing a little bit, but the third trimester that baby grows and it grows big, and that's what you want. So, and you pick up a little weight as well. So the more your baby grows, the bigger you are, and the most likely you are to get stretch marks. So 90% of women get stretch marks in the third trimester. So you're probably part of the majority if you do have them. Another thing to know is that having stretch marks or getting stretch marks when you're pregnant, it's a genetic thing. So if your mom or if your sister got stretch marks when they were pregnant, then most likely you will as well. Okay, so a way to cope with getting stretch marks, or the idea of getting stretch marks, is just to understand that what you are doing and what your body is doing is amazing. Whether you get stretch marks, whether something, you know, it's not the prettiest thing, but in the grand scheme of things, when you get that baby in your hand, you're not going to care about a stretch mark. Trust me when I say this to you, okay? The only thing you're going to think about or care about or think about anything is having that beautiful, healthy, big baby in your arms. So in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing that you can do about stretch marks anyway. So if you get them, you get them. If you don't, you don't. Oh well, you know, just keep it moving, okay? You look at the baby, and every time you look at your stomach, that your stomach is going to remind you that you did an amazing job and that you were able to carry and hold life within you and birth a beautiful, awesome baby, okay? So the second concern is having a breech baby, okay? So a breech baby is when the baby is in any position other than head down. So the reason you want your baby in a head down position is because that's the optimal position. When you're ready to push and you go into labor, they want the baby in a head down position. So if the baby is on the side or the butt is down and all these different little positions, then it can be concerning. And another reason it can be concerning is because if your baby is not in a head down position, then the doctors start to talk about having a C-section potentially. So about 4 out of 100 babies are breech. Okay, but if your doctor mentions that your baby is breech, or if you're just so concerned about the baby being breech, I just the way to cope with that is just to stop and relax for a minute. Okay, breathe, take it all in, understand what your doctor is saying, and then go home and do your research. Okay, the reason I'm saying is do your research is because there are exercises that you can do that can get your baby to move in a head down position, which is what you want, okay? You may look silly, you may look crazy, but they do work. I have experience with that with my first son. The doctor said the baby was breech, and I went home. I had to bounce on the ball. I had to do all these little funny things. They laughed at me. I did not care. By my next appointment, my baby was head down. So from personal experience, it does work, okay? So that's all you do. You just cope with it. You research, you do your exercises, and hopefully baby moves down, okay? The third concern is preterm labor, okay? So preterm labor is going into labor anytime before 37 weeks. 37 weeks is considered full-term pregnancy, full-term labor. You still want to go that 40 weeks, but at 37 weeks, you know, things are okay. So the reason why going into preterm labor is a big concern is because if you go into preterm labor, then you may have a premature baby, and premature babies are at higher risk for lung problems, for different feeding issues, and just a list of different things that they may deal with because they didn't stay within the body long enough, okay? So the reason and the cause of preterm labor and preterm babies, it hasn't been established, so there's no concrete reason why you would have a preterm baby. But what you can do as a way to cope is to reduce your risk factors for having a preterm baby. So ways to reduce your risk factor is, what you can do is cut out alcohol, you know, drugs, smoking. Those things probably should have been removed before, but especially at the end, you know, of the pregnancy, if you don't want to have a preterm baby, okay? Another thing is get your chronic conditions treated. So if you have thyroid issues, high blood pressure, diabetes, things like that, get those conditions treated and maintain your health throughout the pregnancy. Another thing you can do is reduce your levels of stress, okay? So if you are in a highly stressful situation, or, you know, the pregnancy and you're reaching the end and you're just under a lot of stress, you want to reduce your level of stress, and that may reduce the risk of you going into preterm labor, which would result in a premature baby, okay? So those are some of the top concerns of the third trimester and ways that you can cope with them. And I just wanted to mention that again, I'm from Soothe Jewels, and that's my company. And what we do is we offer beautiful, beautiful, beautiful teething jewelry. And this is one right here. And it looks firm, it looks hard, but it's made of 100% food grade silicone. It is velvety smooth, and the babies love it. What it does is it helps your baby when they're teething. It's gentle on the gums, and they really like the texture of it, okay? So this particular necklace is available on SootheJewels.com. So you can go on the website, and I'll link it below, and you can always check out the jewelry and order. Okay, so order your Soothe Jewels. This is the perfect baby shower gift. The perfect baby shower gift, okay? Also, I wanted to let you know that I am a licensed clinical social worker, so I do work with women who maybe before they're pregnant, during pregnancy, after pregnancy, new moms, different things like that, who may be experiencing high levels of stress, who may not be able to cope with some of the things that they're dealing with, who may want to get their mental health on track, obtain and maintain positive and optimal mental health. This is a special time, and I would hate for you to go through this time without having that support, without having someone to talk to, without having someone that you can process whatever issues you may be going through, or whatever anxieties or fears that you may be dealing with. So if you need someone to talk to, please contact me. So I'll leave my information below. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Put it on your Facebook page, like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and just thank you for watching. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.